This episode is number 2 for my YouTube channel, Authentic View. Please follow this link and go to my channel, subscribe. I'm only one of the few people who are supporting Drake and actually their own view in this world about different and multiple topics. And this is why I will ask you to like and subscribe, watch some of my videos. This is episode 2 of why Drake won the war, and this is why Kendrick tied the battle. This is where it all started. Watch my episode before this where I broke down how it started on Drake's side and J. Cole's side with first person shooter. And this time I'm going to break down a little bit about Like That and the rest of the songs. And I'm going to really dive into who really won in many different scenarios. And like I said in my first episode, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I moved to Los Angeles last year, and now I am willing to speak up and provide my authentic view upon different types of topics. And I'm decided to start off with this one. You'll see me around on other different topics, but you won't see my face. And let's do this. This is the We Don't Trust You album, where Future, Metroboomin, and Kendrick Lamar hopped on these songs, these beats made by Metroboomin, and they decided to go at Drake and sticking to the code. All these hoes for the streets. Future's foreshadowing. He said, "Pussy niggas told ain't gonna wake up out their sleep." Talking maybe about somebody pillow talking. He's saying all his hoes do shrooms and drugs, and saying that he puts his fingers on her throat. He's gonna swallow. She's the goat. Free band nigga. Go to the shooters in the corner like packing. She thinks she's exotic. That's it. Okay, so Future really doesn't go at Drake like that. He just trying to show that he can rap. He's also part of the big three, which I do believe he is. J. Cole is no longer in there. I always consider Drake number 1, Lil Wayne number 2, number 3 I would put Future, number 4 I would put Cole, and then number 5 Kendrick. That's my top 5. I will dive into that later in the future episodes. My top 10 rappers, my top 10 designer shoes, my top 10 everything. Anyway, let's just skip Future's part because he's not really dissing Drake. We'll dive into that later. Kendrick comes out talking straight up, that people are talking shit out their necks. Don't put no coffin on your mouth. And he's way too paranoid for a threat. He said, "Let's get it," meaning he's about to go at him. God, the money, power, respect. I like that. Okay, that's pretty cool. The last one is better. Say it's a lot of goofies with a check, talking about, Drake working with Nike and a few other artists working with Nike. And I don't know what Kendrick does. He technically hasn't really supported anybody from LA or hopped on a song with them. I don't know. He's a goofy too. Anyway, I hope the sentiment is symbolic. My temperature bipolar, choose violence. Of course, he's a hater. He's from Compton. They're all haters out here. Anyway, let's get it up. It's time for him to prove that he's a problem. Niggas clicking up but cannot be lit. No 40 water. Tell him. Okay. Going at Drake. Let's get it. It's time to prove that he's a problem. That Kendrick's a problem. Obviously, we know that. So then he says, fuck sneak dissing. First person shooter literally says the song name. He said, "I hope to keep with 3 switches because he's gonna shoot 3 times at once. Everybody, including himself. He crashes out. Fuck rap. He does Melly Mel if he has to. Kill his friends. He got 2 T's with him. He said, "Action chains, burning tattoos. Up to lost too many soldiers." Yes, so he's just, going at Drake and saying that he's going to fuck everybody up. And over here he talks about J. Cole, that if J. Cole thinks he's walking around with that stick, he ain't under 3K. People thought that. J. Cole thought that. But he also is talking about Drake. But isn't that any other artist, including Kendrick himself? I don't know. The motherfucker big 3, it's just me, yeah, bum. I'm really like that. Your best work is a light pad, okay. Prince Outlive Mike Jack, okay. So what he's saying is Drake's best work is a light pack, which is not true. Most of Drake's fucking albums are fire. They're half songs, half raps. I don't know what he's talking about. Whatever. He thinks it's just him. When the only biggest songs right now and most streams and records he's broke is dissing Drake. Come on, we all love Drake. Drake drops into the song, we listen to it, and then we go dive into how he's saying Prince outlived Mike Jack. Yeah, Prince also did outlive Mike Jack, but he did not outsell Mike Jack, even though he outlived him, and he still won't. Sorry, it's just facts. Because Mike Jack's different, man. So is Drake. Now here, where he says for your dogs getting buried, it's a kid with all these nines. You gonna see Pet Cemetery. Now, that was kind of like, okay, Drake, you gotta respond, and Drake did. Drake responded very, very well. But Kendrick's a motherfucking hater. He hate from his soul. Like, he don't love nobody. Like, I don't know what he doing with his own family, man. That man's crazy hater, man. For him to say he hate Drake, everything about him, like, that's just, even though he's shouting out DMX, it doesn't matter, man. It's just, he could have kept it, like, different, than that. Anyway, so this song came out. Everybody was like, "Oh, why?" I was like, okay, I heard it once. It was alright. Kept playing Future's verse because Kendrick's voice got annoying after a while, as usual. Everybody was in there, panties, nolifeshaq, all these motherfucking YouTube reactors and akademiks, and like Drake gotta respond. Drake was on tour. He was responding on tour and IG, and he was doing a lot of that, not taking Kendrick seriously, which I do admit that it was a mistake, but he still made up for it with the Hard Part 6, which we're going to get into later. This video, I'm going to keep it short so that people can actually, will click on this video when they see this ad and watch the video about me breaking it down of showing my support for Drake and how he is able to change people's perspective, especially about him. And he told about some truth about the industry, man. Weeknd, all these guys, metroboomin, they convinced Future, man. And there was 2 albums they made this and Drake, and did a skim through it. Anyway, so the next song is deleted. Even the irony in the album name might delete later, I saw it coming. J. Cole responds to Kendrick Lamar's diss on Like That, which is aimed at Cole and Drake, establishing this trick as a warning. And he interpolates lyrics from his mentor Jay-Z's famous Nas diss track Takeover, cast shade on the consistency and quality of Kendrick's discography. This is the second time Cole's used the 12th and final track of a project as a diss response, the first time being 1985 on his 2018 project KOD. So let's break this track down. Let's see what it's about. Light work, it's PWC. That's where, J. Cole, he's from in DC, where they, charge you for your electric bill. Everywhere, every state, it's a little different. Of course, country, and it's a cold world. He's been doing that, repping that for a while. He said, keep the heat under your seat. He keeps the gun. He got a phone call, somebody's dissing. He wants some attention. Came with extensions. Like, this song was pretty good. I don't know why people said it wasn't. He rhymed well. He gave a warning, and he destroyed Kendrick's discography and just people who listen to Kendrick. So, he's over here when he says my dog say the word, he on bullshit, he itching. I feel like he's talking about Drake. My dog for the dogs, and Drake was itching, They both should have just finished Kendrick, but J. Cole, I don't know what Schoolboy Q told him, but J. Cole just did not want to be involved. But he still got the song Pricey right here, all on the album where he disses Kendrick subliminally. But we all know he's dissing Kendrick. Well, I'll break that down right after this, actually. And now you see that the next lyric over here, actually this whole song, I'm going to break it down in another video with Pricey. I'm going to be over and out here, guys. like and subscribe. Yeah.